Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the wheelhouse, and it is bright and early. Well, it's not bright, it's just plain old early. Anyways, you can tell by the darkness of the screen that we are running in the dark. It is currently just around 4:50, so 10 minutes to 5 a.m. and we are making our way. Made our way out of the Sassafras River. We are now in the channel, and we are making our way towards the Chesapeake and Delaware Canal. And here we go. We're making our turns using the range markers. I'm using basically every tool I have to my availability to keep us on track and keep us on the straight and narrow here. So I'm going to let you guys go for now. If you want to see what I see, well, here you go. Not a whole lot. That's it, and believe it or not, we do navigate this way. Anyways, that's it for now. We'll catch up with you in a little bit when we have some daylight. Maybe have a really nice sunrise to show you. Alright, from the wheelhouse out. Morning, everybody. Welcome back to the wheelhouse, and it is currently 5 minutes to 6, and we are slowly making our way into the Chesapeake and Delaware Canal, also known as the C&D Canal. And sun's starting to rise up here. It's we're getting to see where we're going. There's a little bit of debris in the water that we've been coming across, but besides that, things are going quite well. We've got the current pushing us, so that's going to help us. Unfortunately, by the time we get to the Delaware Bay, the current's going to be against us, so that'll slow us down. But while we can make hay, we've jumped up the RPMs, and we got the boat running at 8.6 knots, which is fast for this boat. Smoking. Doesn't seem like it's fast, but it's fast for this boat. Besides that, things are going well. Engines are running good. Crew is happy, and we're feeling good. It's a little bit of fog. We're hoping to push to get through the C&D Canal before they decide to close it because of fog. Especially if we can make it past the middle point, then at that point, even if they do close it, they'll just probably ask us to get off the canal. And really that means transit the rest of the canal, and they'll close the entrances. So that's where we're at. Everything's looking good. We're looking like it's going to be a good day. We've been checking the weather along the way, and Commodore Karen has checked all the weather. What's our weather report?
Looks like it's going to be pretty good. There's very little wind all the way through till the end of day tomorrow into New York, so hopefully that means calmer seas.
There we go. All right. So there you have it. Looks like we're going to have a good passage, and yeah, lots of stuff happened even yesterday, even after my last log entry yesterday. Got a phone call from the folks over at MORAD Antennas, and so looks like we're going to be getting some new antennas for our radio equipment, which is awesome, because that's probably one of the things that I've got the most problems with these days is the radios. I'm kind of having to fall back always on a handheld radio. So with these new antennas, we should have some much better reception and transmission, and These guys make commercial grade antennas, so they'll be completely different from the fiberglass antennas that we have. These will actually be made out of metal. They're actually aluminum antennas. So that'll be interesting to get that shipped to Shady Harbor. And then while we're at Shady Harbor, we're going to be spending almost a month there. I'll attack a couple of projects. One of the projects being the hot water. Yes, we will once again have hot water on the boat once we get to. That'll make the crew very happy. Right now, like I said before, the only thing that we rely on is the heat from the engine room heats up the water tanks, our saddle tanks basically, and that gives us lukewarm water. So that is what it is. We're roughing it a little bit. Not really. We can survive. Anyways, I'm going to sign off for now. I got to make a turn here, so from the wheelhouse out. Everybody, welcome back to the wheelhouse. Captain Eric here, and Commodore Karen's right there. So we have made it through the C&D Canal, And as you saw from the video, it was foggy. We are now on the Delaware Bay, where there's commercial traffic to contend with. We got barges, we got all sorts of stuff we got to worry about here on the bay. And guess what? Fog's rolled back in again. So we are slowly making our way down the bay. We've got no choice but to be slow. Current's against us this time. We were riding the current out of the C&D, which that was great. Got a good push. Boat made all the way up to 9.5 knots. And anyways, so we got a really good, decent push. But now we're against the current. We got tide that's rising now, so lots of debris in the water. That makes it even trickier. We've hit a couple of things now. I don't feel any vibration that's out of normal, but you never know. Anyways, that means I'll be pulling the props probably later on in the season and sending them out to be scanned and rebalanced. Basically sending them out for a refurbish. Besides that, that's about it. All I got to report for now. This is a long trip. We got two days, one night out on the ocean. So we'll report back a little bit later. There's lots of time to go in between. All right, from the wheelhouse out. Captain Eric here on deck and on the foredeck. The sun has finally come out. It's starting to burn off this fog, which is awesome. We are on the Delaware Bay and going right by a nuclear power plant that always reminds Karen of The Simpsons. So if you look behind me right back there, you'll see there's the power plant. And I'm sure Homer Simpson's there enjoying a donut or something. Anyways, that's our pop culture reference for the day. All right, bye for now. From the wheelhouse out. Welcome back to the wheelhouse. Captain Eric here, and we are running down the Delaware Bay, making our way towards Cape May. We basically have two choices when we head down the bay. It's we either head down and go for open ocean or and around Cape May, or we go through Cape May. There's a cut there, a canal that cuts through, and you cut through Cape May and come out on the other side. I had two routes set up, but there's a lot of commercial traffic coming in today, lots of tanker traffic and container traffic. So in order to get out of the traffic lanes and get away from all these this big shipping traffic that's coming through, we decided we're going to make our way through the Cape May cut and cut through Cape May, come out the other side, and then we'll be in the Atlantic Ocean on the other side. So that is the plan. We're scheduled to make Cape May, make the entrance anyways, by just around in 2 hours time, so just around 2:30, which puts us there just in time for low tide. I got my Aquamask with my Army Corps of Engineers overlay, so I'm going to be watching that. There's lots of shoaling in that little channel, so I'm going to watch out for that and basically guide my way through using the a couple of things: the Army Corps of Engineers survey, my depth sounder and my current track, plus the Navionics sonar charts. So I've got lots of good information to kind of give me a good idea as to how much water I got underneath the boat. We'll be going slow anyways, so we'll just take it easy through that whole section. Once we're through that cut and we're back out into the ocean, then it's going to be pretty much smooth sailing the rest of the way. As far as depth of water goes, we'll have plenty of water. We're probably going to run about 3 miles offshore, so past the 3-mile line, and that's it. We'll be running offshore until we hit New York Harbor. So that's the plan. Anyways, we're still in some more fog. The fog banks come and go, so that's another reason for getting out of shipping channels. You can't see the ships all that well, and they can't see us, so we're going to make everybody's life easier and get out of those channels and get going on the small boat route. And that's it. All right, from the wheelhouse out.
From Cornwall, Dartmouth, that's the sea. Cornwall, Dartmouth, I sail the Severn Sea. Oh wow, that's about some episode out there in the woods.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the wheelhouse, and we have gone through Cape May, New Jersey. Anyways, that was interesting, a little slow, a little stressful, a little bit of everything. We are over in the Atlantic Ocean now. I've had to change our course a little bit, get us into some deeper water to kind of fight this swell that's coming out. We're officially in the Atlantic Ocean once again, heading offshore. We're going to be offshore out of the New Jersey waters. There have been some whale sightings around here, so who knows, maybe we'll see some whales, but right now we're dealing with a bit of a sloppy swell. Not what was predicted. No. But anyways, it's better than a chop. The waves are pretty slow, period. It's just swelly and rolly, that's all. We're fine. And we'll be making a couple of turns to hopefully get a little bit of comfort. But we'll see. The swell seems to be coming from all over the place. So still trying to figure out the definite direction of this swell that's coming down here. Anyways, that's it for now. I'll check in a little bit later. From the wheelhouse out. Hello everybody, welcome back to the wheelhouse. And we are on the Atlantic Ocean. So far, since we left at 4:15 this morning, we've been traveling for 14 hours 56 minutes, so let's call it 15 hours. We've traveled a total of 105 nautical miles and a moving average of 7.1 knots.
The maximum speed.
Yeah, I don't believe the maximum speed for it. Maybe we hit it for like a millisecond at 10.7 knots. But yeah, so we're on the ocean. It's a little swelly, but you know what? It's a lot more comfortable than we were on our crossing from Fernandina to Southport. So we'll take it. We've got a hitchhiker with us. He's a little yellow bird of sorts. He's brown and yellow, or anyways, he's come into the back deck once because I put a rod out, so I have to open up the isinglass to do that. He's come into the back deck once already. I'm hoping he doesn't decide to come in again tonight and kind of sleep in here with us. Who knows? But I think I might pull my rod in and close that glass back there, because I don't want the little guy to get injured trying to get out of here. Anyways, so we're moving along. Things are going, and we should be across from Atlantic City in just about an hour and a half. We'll be across from Atlantic City. I don't know how much of Atlantic City we'll actually see, but we will be across from Atlantic City in about an hour and a half. And that's almost a half, well, I'd say it's going to be pretty close to a halfway point for us. Let's see, we got distance to destination is 125 nautical miles. So yeah, Atlantic City will probably mark the halfway point for us. And then it's onwards towards New York. So Most of that will happen throughout the evening hours as we continue running, and that's about it. Just a little bit rolly, that's all. And once we get to Atlantic City, we'll change our direction a little bit, so it'll feel less rolly. The seas don't change, but the attack on the boat does. So yeah, that's about it for now. I'll check in a little bit later, maybe do a little midnight hello. Depends if we might see some stars tonight. I don't know. It's kind of overcast, so I'm not sure what to expect. Anyways, from the wheelhouse, out. Hey everybody, welcome back to the wheelhouse. So day one is over with. We're officially on day number 2, and so far we have run we've been running for 20 hours and 22 minutes. We've run 146 nautical miles at an average speed of 7.2 knots. So we're just across from the Barnegat light, and we're still going. The seas are still rolling. Still rolling around a bit, still really swelly and all that. There's no real wind to speak of, which is good, and we're still moving along. It's great. It's overcast, unfortunately, so we don't have a clear night where we can see all the stars. That would have been nice, but you can't have everything. Anyways, I've come on for my 2-hour shift. Commodore Karen is going off shift. She's going to rest up, and we'll see her in 2 hours, and I'll see you guys next check-in. Alright, from the wheelhouse out. Good morning everybody, welcome to the wheelhouse. Captain Eric here, Commodore Karen over there, and we made it through another night on the ocean. There were some deviations that had to be made with regards to fishing trawlers and other obstructions, and but we are approaching New York. We're just off the coast from Sandy Hook right now. We should be in the New York Harbor Channel in probably about another, let's just say in another hour, but hopefully it'll be a little faster than that. We'll see. And to welcome us to New York, we've got some severe weather coming at us. So, what are we going to do? We're going to push on through. Don't really have much of a choice. The only place that we could anchor would be to go out and anchor in Sandy Hook, but judging the way the storm is coming, the worst is actually going to hit Sandy Hook, so we don't want to be there when that happens. I would rather be further up into New York Harbor. Now, New York Harbor is a busy place, but it's still a harbor. We'll have choppy wave conditions, but we won't have a big old swell or anything like that. You won't get 10-foot waves in New York Harbor. You get wakes from ferries and other boats, but you don't get 10-footers, that's for sure. And I don't want to be out here on the ocean or in a big open bay like in Sandy Hook when the severe weather is coming through there. So we're pushing on, hopefully get into closer to the Hudson so that we can, we'll use the currents. The currents are running with us, so we'll hopefully be able to make some use there of the current to speed us along. Anyways, that's where we're at. Sun is trying to rise. It's up there. You know the old adage, red sky morning? Well, it's a pinky color, so maybe it won't be so bad. Anyways, from the wheelhouse out.
I drink another beer. Throw it all away. Throw it all. Throw it all. Still standing alone, talking to my own, singing the blues by girl and blue. But she's not here, so I drink another beer. Show it all away. Show it all. What's that? It's bury all my wish. But say how she miss. What a gift for a kiss. But she's not here, so I drink another beer. Show it all away. Show it all. So I drink another beer. Throw it all away. Throw it all away. And the guitar, throw it all away.
Everybody, Tim Merritt here, and we're pretty much through New York. Hope you enjoyed the video of how to come into New York in a crazy thunderstorm, because that's exactly what we had to do. We couldn't see in front of us, and there's traffic. They don't stop. It keeps moving in New York. So it was interesting. It was a little stressful, but anyways, we made it. Not the end of the world. I watched the radar. Karen was watching for traffic as best she could, and just as the rain got very intense, my windshield wiper that's in front of me, in front of my window, stopped. Go figure. It's bad. I've repaired it now. I got it fixed and going again. That's life. That's an old boat. Things stop working and you got to fix them. So anyways, we got through New York, got through the absurdity of the barge traffic, the ferry traffic. Not too many pleasure boats out. There was maybe a couple of yachts out, and that was it. But mostly the ferry traffic and the barge traffic are what you really have to contend with there, and the container ship traffic and the tanker traffic. It gets pretty busy, and you monitor channel 13, which is the bridge-to-bridge communication channel, and you can hear these guys. Everybody's dropping lines, moving from point A to point B, and you just hear all these security calls and everything. And at the end of the day, it's called avoid getting into these guys' way. So here comes a high-speed ferry now. There you go. He's coming right beside us. There he is. And these guys throw off a lovely wake. Mainly because they don't care. They're really, at the end of the day, as I told Karen, they're a bus driver on the water. Their job is to take that ferry from point A to point B and make sure it's always on schedule. So They don't slow down. They don't do anything. It is what it is. You learn to deal with it. You learn to roll with it. Although New York City is an interesting place, and coming into the harbor is always interesting, more so on a sunny day than on a rainy day. Going by the Statue of Liberty is also something special. I can't say that it's my favorite place to come into. Anyways, that's about it. I think it's just because it's just so busy. There's a lot going on. It demands a lot of your attention. And generally I'm doing New York Harbor at the end of a day. When we start off a day, normally we're starting off pretty early, so I'm doing New York Harbor at night. And again, that can be a little stressful, but there's not as much traffic. The ferries aren't running the same way. The barges aren't running. Some of the barges are running. They're throwing their lines and they're going, because some of these guys, they've got a long ways to go and they run with the tides. But besides that, not my favorite harbor to come in and out of. There's some special things about it that I like. I mean, New York City is beautiful. It's kind of as far as the city goes, but I don't know. Mixed feelings about it. Anyways, we're just coming under the George Washington Bridge. That's coming up next, and we're officially out of New York Harbor and into the Hudson River. Things get a little calmer. Still got barges to contend with, but fewer. Alright, that's it for now from the Wheelhouse out. everybody. Welcome back to the wheelhouse. Captain Eric here. And we have finally arrived and are anchored at Croton on the Hudson, Haverstraw Bay. We've run a total of 242 nautical miles for 32 hours and 12 minutes at an average speed of 8 knots. So not bad at all. And came into New York. I know I said I don't like New York Harbor, but I do like New York. And New York Harbor, I was just really tired at the time and came in with a wicked thunderstorm that greeted us, that reduced our visibility to absolutely nothing. And then there was just a lot of traffic to deal with, and a lot of other stuff that we were dealing with. But New York is a spectacular place to be, and if you ever get the chance to take your boat to New York, I would suggest splurging at least for one night, if not 2 or 3 nights. Just splurge and stay at Liberty Landing Marina over on the Jersey side. And there's a ferry there that you can take that'll take you right across to Manhattan. But you get the most spectacular view of Manhattan, and at night the skyline is just amazing. It's quite something to see. And then you can easily, like I said, take a ferry across and go into Manhattan, walk down to the Battery, hop on a hop-on, hop-off tour bus, tour the city. It's a great way to see the city, and yeah, enjoy it. So here we are. We're at anchor. Anchor's dropped, set, the bridle's on, and we are going to spend the night here. Tomorrow morning we're going to give a call to Penco Fuels across the bay, find out what their fuel price is, and probably take on some fuel there, and then make our way to Kingston on the Hudson, Kingston, New York, that is. And stay at Kingston for one evening, and then make our way to Shady Harbor Marina in New Baltimore / Ravenna, New York. That's also on the Hudson, and stay there for about a month, where I've got some work to do on the boat. I've got some repairs to make. Replacing our antennas is a big one, and some other work that I'm going to do while we're there. Hot water heater, it's another big one. And then looking after some of the gauges for the motors. So that's and an oil change for the motors. They deserve some fresh oil. They've been working hard. You know, those Detroits, I push them, and they've run 40+ hours straight, never ever skipping a beat. So I can't ask much more from those engines. But anyways, here, have a look. Here we are at Croton on the Hudson. Now, the water's really muddy, but it is springtime and spring thaw, and I don't know if they've had a lot of rain lately. There's Commodore Karen with tank. Bosun tank. There you go, this is the Hudson. And over here is the bay. There's a rock outcropping there that will give us a little bit of protection. Got some protection from the wind for now. And that's it. So it's a fairly quiet anchorage. There's nobody else here, which is awesome. During the weekends, this anchorage gets crazy busy. especially in the summer on the weekends. It gets very busy here, very noisy, and I suggest if you're coming on the weekend, come later in the evening, early evening. Most of the day trippers take off, and there's room for you. If you try to get here during the daytime or afternoon, forget it. Day trippers have already taken up the spot, most of the acreage. But they basically all pack up and leave around 7 o'clock or so. So just a little hint for you there. Anyways, Tropical Horizons has brought us through another ocean passage safely, and she's going to deserve a good wash down and a lot of tender love and care. Okay, well, that's it for now. I'll try to get to work on these. I can't guarantee I'll do it this afternoon because I'm going to bed. All right, from the wheelhouse out.